EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Los Angeles Rams. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Stafford going to throw from the outset. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stuff the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive, McCarthy. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Here's the defense for Los Angeles as they head out to set up shop. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Atwell here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Second down and 3. Back to throw, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. But now he appears to be in some pain. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and a yard. Off play action. McCarthy. Throw left side complete. That's Chandler. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. Gets past one man. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll look to throw again toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays that give themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. And this one is right through. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the 50, Stafford. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st and 10, McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8. Now Chandler. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Here's Chandler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 6-0 our score after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. They run it with Chandler. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 29. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler, and he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. On 1st down, it's Chandler. And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down and 4. Now a give, right side. Chandler. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 19 yards for Ty Chandler. And the Vikings are able to add on to that lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. Open man right side is cut, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
To throw on third down, McCarthy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. The Rams ready to go on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Throwing on second and long. Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. Down to the 10. Touchdown, LA! Puka Nakua, 68 yards. And the Rams have got it back to within a score. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. In motion right is Addison. And now a fake on the jet sweep, and a give to Jones. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The throw over the middle taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. and most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with, and there's a completion right there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Off the play fake. McCarthy. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Looking to throw on second down. McCarthy going underneath. He's got Hawkinson, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Up the middle, Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now a 2nd and 2. In motion right is Addison. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Fights through, and now a crease. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Back to throw. McCarthy toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is indeed good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16 to 7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
What's the deal, dog? We gotta be big time now. Let's do it. Let's be perfect once again. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go now. Let's go. You make the play. Put a little aggressive, man.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Stafford on 1st down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. On 1st down, McCarthy. This is caught by Addison. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Throwing on 1st down, McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again, McCarthy. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Third and 2. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. They'll go with Jones. Shifts by him. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point right down the middle. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and they end up making the play.
A final shot before the break. Stafford. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Taken at the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Kene Nwangu. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Now the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Just what they need, electric from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's Stafford. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. McCarthy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They begin the drive with Williams. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the...
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. A solid stiff arm. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Now Stafford. Touchdown, Rams. Matthew Stafford finding Cooper Kupp for the touchdown there. And the Rams get a bit closer. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, then you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. Nifty move. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one finding the hands of Brandon Powell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. A little juke. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
He gets it to Addison. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
In motion right is Addison. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Jones powering his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Jones. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Aaron Jones punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Pushing his way through. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there? That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing is Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Throwing again is Stafford. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
He's on bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
An inside give to Jones. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner, 100 yards or more in a game.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. Back to throw here. Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
On 1st and 10, Stafford connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Stafford. This is caught by Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Stafford looks to throw again. Short throw, it's Higbee. And Higbee going to have a Rams 1st down as he's going to get this down to the 45-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. It's Williams on the catch. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
And 2 at the 16-yard line.
Again, it's Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! Puka Nacua, his second touchdown of the night. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. All right. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Go. Bring it. Bring it. This is where you step up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Ain't no game. You know what we need, baby. Don't give him nothing. Don't give him nothing. They can't be straight up.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Vikings head out to take over once again. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Now a first down throw. Stafford. And this is caught by Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
This one swung out to Williams. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Stafford's throw pulled in by Atwell here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. Got a man over the middle, it's Williams. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
And 3 at the Vikings 33-yard line.
Now Stafford. Pass complete there to McCool. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Here's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. Throwing again is Stafford. Over the middle, it's complete. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Stafford now to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. They'll look to run forward with Williams, but he will not get into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Let's go now, let's go. Man, I've seen that play a couple of times. Come on now. It's all right, popcorn. Let's do this, man. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now a timeout called for by the defense as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Here's a 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Again, it's Jones. And he will have a Viking 1st down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring 1st half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the 2nd half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring